Welcome to the Next Chapter podcast, the place to explore, dream, and discover your next chapter. Hosted by professional life coach, educator, and storyteller, Andrea Hecht. This podcast introduces you to a community of inspirational women like you. In each episode, Andrea sits down with amazing women for an in-depth conversation about their journeys toward a life reimagined. From overcoming obstacles to reigniting passion, each story will empower and motivate you to write the next chapter on your own terms. Let go of worry and anxiety while joining Andrea in thought-provoking and entertaining conversations. You won't just learn how these remarkable women overcame hurdles standing between them and success. You'll gain strength, self-confidence, and clarity along the way. Discover new perspectives meant to ignite your fire within. Tune in today for inspiring stories that will help you live a life reimagined. All through the Next Chapter podcast.
Welcome to the Next Chapter podcast. I'm your host, Andrea Hecht of Fully Informed Life. On today's conversation with a coach, I'm going to be talking about this two-letter word that tends to cause us some trouble, and a lot of people have difficulty actually using it. So the word that I'm talking about is the word no, N-O. Growing up, we may have heard the word no and it made us cringe. Our parents might have said no to this, no to that, or whatever it was. But in the end, the word no was really kind of used to keep us safe. Maybe it was safe from danger. Maybe it was keeping us safe from overindulging. No, don't eat that extra piece of cake. No, you can't. I'm not buying you something extra. But it really is used as a word to protect us. And so many people are afraid to say no. And I'm here to tell you that it's important to learn to say the word no and to embrace it. It's so important to set boundaries. And the only way that we can set clear boundaries to protect our own energy and to protect us from feeling burned out, from adding one extra thing to our plate that in the end takes our attention away from the things that really are important to us, we need to learn to embrace the word no. And I think a lot of times people are afraid to say the word no because they're afraid that they might offend the other person. They're afraid of the judgment. They fear that someone may be upset with them because they said no. Well, guess what? You cannot ever control how someone is going to interpret what you say. That is completely up to the other person. And if you are saying no with the best intentions, then you said no, and you cannot control what someone else says. You don't require an explanation when you say no. No, N-O, can be a sentence. Simply say no and understand that that no does not have to be no, never. It can just be no, not right now. I don't have time for that. I don't want to do it. Whatever it is, you absolutely do not need to give someone an explanation for setting those boundaries. Those boundaries are there to protect you and to allow you to have the energy to put towards the things that are important to you right now, that are your top priority, that need your attention and that you want to give your attention. So again, the only thing that you can control is by setting up your boundaries, by saying the word no, by understanding, letting go of the judgment that you're afraid that someone may think of you, and embracing the word no. So I challenge you to, again, embrace the word no, to forget about the fear, the judgment behind it, to not have to think up of a crazy excuse or reason why you're saying no. Simply say no, and recognize in your own heart that that is setting up the boundaries that you need to keep you safe, to keep you away from overextending yourself and having the ability to put the energy towards the things that are important to you. And one last thing is that the word no doesn't mean no never. It means no for now. So I leave you with that, and stay tuned for other episodes of the Next Chapter podcast.
Thank you for listening to the Next Chapter podcast. Join our community for more in-depth conversations with other inspiring women. Follow us on your favorite podcast app, and don't forget to share this episode with anyone ready to write their next chapter. Please leave a review if you love listening to the Next Chapter podcast. As a thank you, Andrea will share your review at the beginning of a future episode. For personalized guidance from Andrea Hecht, visit fullyinformedlife.com and schedule your complimentary discovery session today. Andrea provides individual and group coaching, helping you uncover your next chapter. Now's your chance. Step up and reimagine life today with the Next Chapter community by your side.